Please be seated. Good evening, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of Class Downingtown 128. We thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Beth Ann Puckett, and I am the director of the Chester County Intermediate Unit Practical Nursing Program. I was the director when this class started in Level 1, and I got to watch each one of them grow and succeed from level to level. I am thrilled to have met each and every one of them and be part of their journey as they reached their goals and got to this special day. I remember the first day I met Class Downingtown 128. They were all quiet and looked excited to be starting their journey as nurses and were eager to learn. Over time, though, I realized very quickly that this class was definitely not shy and very outspoken. They were not afraid to speak up and ask questions. We developed a trust, and I am very proud to see them make it to this final graduation day. Class Downingtown 128, you did it. All of your hard work, dedication, and determination kept you focused and got you to this special day. I am so proud of each and every one of you and congratulate you on your accomplishments. I would now like to introduce Dr. Joseph Fullerton, the Director of Career, Technical, and Customized Education.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you here to this very, very special occasion. I too got to meet Downingtown 128 when they asked for attendance time. And because I'm the boss, I can tell Mrs. Puckett to give them attendance time. Somehow they figured that out. That's the resourcefulness that any nurse needs to have to be good at their job. The story wasn't about the attendance time. The story is about finding the resources to be better at what they do. This class has put in a lot of hard work and effort. See, people are already calling for more attendance time. This class has put in a lot of hard work and effort to arrive here tonight. To families, friends, children, nieces, nephews, we thank you for your support of these young ladies and young men. I'm not giving any more attendance time, so we got to shut our phones off. Your support has helped lead them to this spot here today that we're going to celebrate because they have achieved a life goal that will help us all. To the instructors, thank you for your hours of dedication, frustration, perseverance, and now celebration. It's always nice to see graduation day because you have the looks on the faces, the tears in the eyes of people who have achieved a goal that is oh so important. To the graduates, thank you for sharing a small piece of your lives with us here at the Chester County Intermediate Unit. I would love to say that I would never need a nurse, but someday I might need you. And I know you have gotten the education that makes me comfortable if I ever have to see you in that way. So without further ado, congratulations, Downingtown 128. You have done it. And thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Fullerton. Graduates, please stand. Upon achievement of program requirements, these graduates have successfully completed a Pennsylvania State Board of Nursing approved and ASIN accredited practical nursing program. It is with great pride that I present to you the Downingtown 128 class of the Chester County Intermediate Unit Practical Nursing Program. Please be seated. I now would like to invite Class President Lauren Hobbs to come up to the stage to present the guest speaker.
Hello. Okay, I would like to welcome Talonda Rogers. She's a registered nurse and a nurse instructor for a practical nursing program here at the Chester County Intermediate Unit in Downingtown. She's received her Master's of Science in Nursing and Education from Westchester University. Before entering healthcare, she received a Bachelor's of Science in Marketing from Westchester University. Talonda is a graduate of PNP Class 103, December 2008. She says teaching for the program is like coming back home. She often states that she loves watching students grow into well-prepared graduates ready to practice as novice nurses. Over the past couple of years, Talonda has been busy outside this program, helping to prepare those looking to enter nursing school by tutoring for the TEAS exam through her company RISC, Healthcare Associates and Consultants. Her book, dedicated to students, called Nursing School, What I've Learned May Make Your Life Easier, serves as a guidance and advice for one prepared for life as a student again. Talonda lives in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, with her husband, Robert, and her 3 beautiful children. Please welcome Talonda Rogers.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you so much, Class 128, for inviting me to be your speaker. I consider it a privilege and an honor to speak tonight. And so you just heard a piece of my bio, so I'm not going to spend time talking about myself at all. Instead, I'm going to spend time telling your friends and family what I will remember most about you, and also to give you some words of advice and wisdom, hopefully. One of the things I will remember most, and at some of the most awkward times, is Fanny's laugh. I think most of the time it was a nervous laugh, but nonetheless, when you hear her laugh, you just start laughing. I will always remember that yelp you let out, Fanny. It was the best reaction when you had passed your finals. But then you quickly remembered that others were testing, so you had to keep quiet. And who will ever forget Tasha and Lauren going back and forth, and Danielle would even get in on it sometimes. I have never heard such quick clapbacks in my life. I will always remember being afraid that Shanae, my namesake, was going to go into labor in the middle of class. It wouldn't be the first time that happened to me. I mean, the way she was waddling at the end of her pregnancy, her belly weighed more than she did. But no worries, I had it all planned out in my mind, right down to laying Shanae across the desk, stripping the linens off of our mannequins, and delivering the baby myself. And what would you have done without Amira? We all needed Amira in our lives. You are the most patient, dedicated friend on the earth. But what I admire about you, Amira, is you have a quiet confidence. I would often judge how the test was going to turn out based off of your grade because you were so solid the entire way through. Tasha, you defied the odds. There are only a special few who can work full-time, make perfect attendance, and get good grades. There's a saying that goes, if it's hard, then do it hard. Working full-time and going through this program is definitely hard, but you succeeding is proof that when you put your mind to something, it'll happen for you. You stayed focused on your goals and you did it. Marcasia, super thorough with great attention to detail. Your willingness to help not only your classmates but others in different cohorts shows a great team player spirit that all companies look for, and it doesn't hurt that you're really smart too. I mean, just look, you're the salutatorian, but then again, that didn't come as a surprise to any of us. When a company hires you, they will definitely be getting the most for their money. Danielle, you've been through a lot and at a young age. What an awesome story you have, and what a great example you set for your daughter. Proving again that you don't have to become a product of your environment. There are many that would have written you off because of how your story began, but look at you. Remember that it's okay to let down your guard and be vulnerable. Cry if you want to. You deserve a soft place to land as well. Keep that fresh, down-to-earth attitude and consider doing a TED Talk one day. You will free a lot of people up who feel like they must stay stuck just because of how their life began. Like daughter, like mother. No, I didn't say that wrong. Cindy sacrificed so that her daughter, AKA my Devin, wherever you are, could come to school first, and now it's your night. Oh, and I know she's your daughter, but she's also my Devin. She was one of the smartest in her class, and now we see where she got it from, proving that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So my Cindy, you did it. You are the valedictorian, and again, that didn't come as a surprise to any of us. Remember to gain clarity by asking lots of questions like, Jerusha, I can still hear your voice saying, now wait a minute, Mrs. Rogers, I just want to make sure that I've got it. That's an awesome quality. As you embark on your journey in life, remember it's okay to stop and ask questions. I've been a nurse for 14 years, and there are times when I still stop to make sure I understand it. It shows that you will be a thorough nurse. What do I always say? You won't be making any mistakes on my watch under my name. Errors are made because we don't stop enough to clarify and ask questions. Speaking of asking questions, Taisha, you weren't afraid to do just that. Watching you struggle and then succeed, you wanted it. You showed that you would do anything to make it happen, and just look at you. You've proved that you should never stop going after your dreams, even if you have to fail your way forward. We all need a Taisha in our lives. Your refusal to quit when it was hard shows that no one has any excuse for not trying harder. What you don't know is how much your instructors were pulling for you. You are the kind of student we love to help. We will be expecting you to come back to speak to future cohorts. Speaking, that brings me to the two quietest people in the class, Lynette and Aaliyah. Lynette, I would always quietly laugh at you because you would seem very unsure of yourself, but then would get great grades. Many days while proctoring exams, I say to myself, see, that's why I don't pay her no mind. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's got this. You've got this. Act confident and you'll feel confident. Aaliyah, looking just like your mama, Cher, whoever Cher is. Cher, also a graduate of our program. Cher, I know you're very proud of her. I'll always remember, Aaliyah, that quiet, shy smile of yours and how we enjoyed watching you act like the stubborn, outspoken nurse's aide in our conflict resolution scenario. That day, you weren't afraid to step out of the box to try something different. That's my advice to all of you as you move along in your careers in life. If the crowd is going one way, you go the other. It's such a shame to be born an individual, but to die a carbon copy. That brings me to Lauren. Strong, outspoken, fearless, and definitely not a carbon copy. Sometimes that outspokenness is what you need to show the world, But remember to also show your soft and humble side too. I've seen it. Your patients love you. You have a great bedside manner and lots of charisma. It's hard for many people to strike up conversations with strangers that don't just sound like a bunch of small talk. Making connections is your gift. It's also what your patients need. If you can connect with your patients, you can gather a great deal of information. Patients tell us things they don't even tell their own families. And in a world where whole swaths of the population find it hard to trust healthcare providers, our patients trust us most. For 21 years consecutively, nurses have taken the #1 spot for the most trusted profession on earth. Deidre, you brought wisdom, steadiness, and life lessons with you to the program. You kept a positive attitude even when things were hard. I don't think I've ever seen you having a bad day. And if you did, I surely didn't know it. Remember what I've always taught all of you. Your faces should never look like there's a problem when in front of the patient. We can fall apart when we get into the break room, but not in front of the patient. Joe, I will remember your quiet strength and your advocacy for your patients. When I couldn't find Joe in the unit, I knew exactly where he was, in his patient's room delivering the best patient-centered care. You don't say much, but you don't have to, because actions speak louder than words. Christina, you had the ability to accept constructive criticism with ease and change course. You didn't complain, you just did what you had to do to finish the race, and that's life. That's what you all have done. You finished the race. And finally, I leave you with this quote from one of my favorite motivational speakers, Mr. Les Brown. And it simply goes, that if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, if you'll gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famish, or sickness, nor pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, then with the help of God, you'll get it. So I'll see you at the top, 128, because the bottom is overcrowded.
Thank you for those very inspiring words, Mrs. Rogers. I would now like to introduce the Class Downingtown 128 Awards for Valedictorian and Salutatorian. The Salutatorian. This student was excellent academically and showed hard work and determination throughout the program. She is detail-oriented, enjoys helping others, and volunteered a lot of her time to tutoring other classmates in the program. She is dedicated to her patients and gives the utmost care. She is compassionate, kind, and I have no doubt will make a great nurse, and I am excited to see where the future takes her. It is my extreme honor to recognize this year's salutatorian, Marcasia Talton. You are welcome. The valedictorian. This particular student has a hard work ethic and is very strong academically. She volunteered countless hours helping tutor other classmates in the program. As Talonda mentioned earlier in her speech, Cindy put her own desire to pursue the nursing profession on hold so her daughter Devin could complete the journey first. Then as soon as Devin graduated, she herself pursued her nursing dream. She was always kind, caring, and thoughtful towards her patients. She is eager to learn, not afraid to ask questions, and is a great patient advocate. I have no doubt that she will continue to pursue her nursing education, and I wish her the best of luck in her future endeavors. It is my extreme honor to recognize and award this year's valedictorian to Cynthia Kinney.
Good evening. Thank you for celebrating this great accomplishment with us of graduating nursing school. Nursing school is notoriously difficult and stressful. We're taught to think and act differently. We also learned an entire new language to speak. Tonight, I'm not nervous to speak. I experienced a decrease in cardiac output related to an altered heart rate as evidenced by palpitations, dyspnea, and paresthesia, secondary to public speaking. With our newfound knowledge, we could diagnose ourselves our nursing school student problems, such as sleep deprivation, impaired memory, social isolation, and labile emotions. Yet through all that, our instructors managed to keep us stable. They made sure we knew ABC, ADPI, what the heck massaging a boggy fundus meant, and most importantly, what will kill them the quickest. They did all of this while being illustrations of what a passionate, compassionate nurse should look like. And we thank you very much. We will always be grateful. I would also like to thank Mrs. Puckett and all of the administration who supported us every step of the way. As we are a demanding class, as we are very outspoken, but you guys were always there for us, and we appreciate that as well. Carolyn Jarvis said, "The character of the nurse is as important as the knowledge she possesses." My classmates, my new nurse colleagues, embody this strength of character. I am grateful for the support, generosity, and encouragement that you have all shown me. These are just a few of the attributes that are going to make you all phenomenal nurses. I am proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations, Class 128. We did it.
I would now like to invite the class president, Lauren Hobbs, to the stage to lead her class in the Practical Nurses Pledge. Graduates, please stand.
I sincerely pledge myself to dedicate my life to deliver of health care, to maintain high standards of personal ethics, and to advance the knowledge of my profession. I will endure life, alleviate and suffer, and promote health. I will be an advocate to those in need and provide for the well-being of those in my care without prejudice. I will not use my knowledge contrary to the laws of the humanity, neither will I disclose any personal matters entrusted to me. With integrity, I will practice my vocation as a responsible member of the healthcare profession. I will follow these precepts and guard them secretly.
You may be seated. I now would like to invite the other class officers to join Lauren Hobbs on the stage as I call their names. Class 128 officers, Lauren Hobbs, President, Marcasia Talton, Vice President, Jerusha Davenport, Secretary, Cynthia Kinney, Treasurer, and Aaliyah Thomas, Resource. And the Class West Grove 9 class officers, President Brianna Lynn, Vice President Kelsey DiPaolo, Secretary Cynthia Harkins Condolin, Treasurer Ashley Dawes, and Resource Damon Elmore. During the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale gained the nickname the Lady with the Lamp, deriving from a phrase in a report in the London Times which described her as a ministering angel whose slender form glides quietly along each corridor. She may be observed alone with a little lamp in her hand, making her solitary rounds, caring for the sick and wounded soldiers. Within 6 months of her arrival in Scutari, the mortality rate dropped from 42.7% to 2.2%. Florence insisted on adequate lighting, diet, hygiene, and activity. She was well ahead of her time. She understood even then that the mind and body worked together, that cleanliness helped to prevent infection, and that it promoted healing. As a symbol of unity and of caring in the nursing profession, our graduating class officers will pass the lamp to the officers of Class West Grove 9, our next graduating class, reminding them in our high-tech healthcare world not to lose sight of the caring component of nursing. You may now exchange the lamps. And thank you for continuing our tradition of caring and compassion. I would now like to take a moment to acknowledge our practical nursing staff and faculty. These hardworking individuals dedicate a lot of time and have impacted each of these students' lives while in the program. Faculty and staff, please stand when I call your name to be acknowledged. Teresa Berkman, Michelle Carpenter, Julia Freever, Gigi Hayes, Lisa Hotchkiss, Leslie James, Beth Linenbaugh, Anna Richards, Talonda Rogers, Dan Schultz, Maria Schultz, Lauren Unruh, Leslie Waltz, and Karen Warren. This team is what makes our program so special. Their experience, dedication, and hard work to meet the students' needs on a daily basis is outstanding. I thank you all for contributing and making this program so amazing. As I share often with the students and graduates, we are most thankful to have met each of them. Our life has changed as each class teaches us some different life lesson. And in the end, we are better teachers and better people because of meeting all of you, so thank you. Attaining academic excellence in such a rigorous program is commendable. I would like to recognize graduates who met the academic requirements for the National Association of Licensed Practical Nurses Honor Society. These graduates who have demonstrated and achieved this honor are wearing gray and burgundy cords this evening. Will the following students please stand and be recognized? Jerusha Davis Davenport, Amira Henson McLaughlin, Cynthia Kinney, Lynette Rosado Medina, Marcasia Talton. You may be seated. PNP ambassadors represent the practical nursing program at school or community events, volunteering their own time above and beyond school hours. These students volunteer their time at different types of open house events, fall festivals, college fairs, and helped us recruit future practical nursing students. Will the following students please stand and be recognized as a PNP ambassador? Amira Henson McLaughlin, Lauren Hobbs, Shanae Hogard, Cynthia Kinney, Marcasia Talton, and Aaliyah Thomas. You may be seated. I have the privilege of recognizing the following student for perfect attendance for the entire program. This is a commendable accomplishment to not be absent or late for all 4 levels of the 18-month program. There are many students that succeed in perfect attendance for some of the levels, which is challenging to do as well, but this student achieved perfect attendance in all 4 levels. Will the following student please stand once I call your name and be recognized for perfect attendance in all 4 levels? Tasha Depp. And now the moment you have all been waiting for, the awarding of the diplomas. Each student received a school pin. Every school has a distinct pin, which easily identifies the graduates to their fellow alumni and is a source of pride. We always wear our school pins over our heart. As I call your name, please come up to the stage to receive your diploma. Cynthia Kinney. Amira Henson McLaughlin. Shanae Hogard. Deidre Hogard.
Oh, geez, this for you.
Jerusha Davis Davenport.
I love it.
Christina Watts. Danielle Brown. Fanny Bangora. Aaliyah Thomas. Marcasia Talton. Lynette Rosado Medina. Natasha Depp. Lauren Hobbs. Taisha Blackson. And Joe Quia. As we bring the ceremony to a close, I ask that all remain in their seats until the graduates are arranged on the stage for a photo. I would like to extend thanks to our CCIU administration, communications team, maintenance, and horticultural departments for all of your help this evening and throughout the program. And I especially want to thank you for joining us as our guests here this evening. To conclude our ceremony, our graduates on the stage, everyone here, please move your tassel from the right to the left. And I now present to you our newest nurse colleagues, the graduate of Class Downingtown 128. You may go with your families, guys.